Hi folks, welcome back from spring break. This is an introductory lecture to week 9, Native American Education and the Myaamia. Everything for this class is due Thursday, March 30th at 11:59 p.m. And we're into a new unit. It's a post-spring break unit called History and Contemporary School Reform. So our learning objectives for this week are 1, to learn about the historiographical issues in the history of Native American education, and 2, to learn about the history of the Myaamia or the Myaami tribe. I've added a few other videos to this section as I think a lot of you might be interested in more information about the Myaami tribe called the Myaamia, as we are here at Miami University. And the Myaamia Center, which is a joint project between the Myaami tribe of Oklahoma and Miami University, is in Bonham Hall on Spring Street. And that institution, the Myaamia Center, has developed and distributed a lot of helpful resources, a lot of video resources that I'm including with you here. So first you'll see an 18-minute video on the Myaamia history presented by George Ironstrack from the Myaamia Center. And you might watch this just before or just after looking at the curriculum guide, Telling Our Story, A Living History of the Myaamia, which is one of the readings for this week. Then you'll watch a short 4-minute reflection piece by Daryl Baldwin, who is the director of the Myaamia Center. Then you'll watch an 11-minute video of an exercise at the 2011 summer camp for the Myaamia youth called the Awan Zapata, where Myaamia tribal youth from around the nation gathered together for a week and learn in northeastern Oklahoma, where the Myaami tribe now lives, and learn about Myaamia culture. And so here you'll see the creation of a community web and also the building of a Wikiamia, among other activities. And what's interesting in this video is that you'll see in action the work of tribal and community revitalization through language reclamation and the development of cultural knowledge. Language is really very important here, as you will have heard from Daryl when he spoke in his talk. The goal here is for you to begin to get an understanding of what education in cultural revitalization is all about. And cultural revitalization is really about education in historic learning practices. So as we will read in the article by Kunuks T. Kupa, the history of Native American education has tended to center on the history of boarding schools, an institution of assimilation whereby Anglo-white Americans assimilated Native kids. Those schools were designed to suppress the culture, language, and spirituality of Indian nations throughout the United States. And this emphasis, the historical emphasis on cultural imperialism, has overshadowed the history of indigenous educational practices by Native people, and in so doing has emphasized loss and silence and oppression. And so Krupa's history of education of the Arikara tribe offers a whole other way of understanding educational practices, and particularly the education of Native people. This article really blew my mind when I first read it, because I realized something that now seems quite obvious, but it was that even as a social historian, my definition of education was about schools and intellectual ideas, more than about culture and ways of living. And by using this definition, I had just de facto ignored and excluded whole groups of Native people in my historical analysis. There are 2 questions for the discussion post this week. One is about the Krupa article, and one is about the Myaamia Telling Our Story curriculum. Also, feel free to reflect on other ideas and reactions to this unit. Learning about the Myaamia is a pretty powerful thing, and I think you'll really enjoy it. There is also a version of the Miami University alma mater that was written and then sung by a Miami choral group in the Myaamia language. And I wanted to show you that, but I couldn't find it. But if any of you find it, please post it. It's pretty neat too. So enjoy.